The year was 1917. The world was engulfed in war. Millions of lives had already been lost. On the battlefields across Europe, people struggled with hunger, poverty, and uncertainty. Yet, during that same year, an event said to have taken place in a small town in Portugal would continue to divide opinions. For more than a century, some believe it was a miracle sent by God. Others insist it was nothing more than a collective illusion. So, what really happened at Fatima in 1917? And why did tens of thousands of people claim they saw the sun move across the sky? This is the story of the miracle of the sun. Portugal was going through difficult times. The nation was suffering under the economic burden of the First World War. Political instability had left many people anxious about the future. At the same time, the Republican government that had replaced the monarchy in 1910 was attempting to reduce the influence of the Catholic Church. Many members of the clergy had been forced into exile. Religious institutions were closed, and tensions between the church and the state continued to grow. It was during this turbulent period that 3 young shepherd children living near the village of Fatima would become the center of an extraordinary story. Their names were Lucia dos Santos, Francisco Marto, and Jacinta Marto. The 3 cousins spent their days tending sheep, living simple lives in the countryside, until May 13th, 1917. According to the children, a brilliant light suddenly appeared. Within that light, they saw a woman who introduced herself as a lady from heaven. Catholics would later identify her as the Virgin Mary. The children claimed she asked them to return to the same place on the 13th day of every month. She also urged them to pray and to call for repentance so that peace might return to the world. At first, very few people believed them. Many laughed at their story. Others accused them of making everything up. But the rumors spread quickly. Each month, more people arrived at Cova da Iria. In June, there were hundreds. By July, there were thousands. With every reported apparition, curiosity continued to grow. During the gathering in July, the children claimed they had been entrusted with 3 important secrets. The first was said to be a terrifying vision of hell. The second foretold the end of the current war, but warned that if humanity failed to change, even greater disasters would follow. The third secret remained hidden for decades. Its secrecy gave rise to countless theories. Some believed it predicted the end of the world. Others claimed the Vatican was hiding a terrible truth. Many years later, the Catholic Church finally released what it identified as the third secret of Fatima. Even then, the debates never truly ended. In August, an unexpected event occurred. Local authorities believed the children were deceiving the public. They were taken into custody. According to several accounts, they were pressured, and even threatened to change their story. But they refused. After being released, they continued to insist that another apparition would take place. And then, October 13th, 1917, finally arrived. The morning began with heavy rain. Dark clouds covered the sky. The ground had turned into deep mud. Yet despite the weather, thousands of people waited for hours. The exact number remains uncertain. Some reports estimate around 30,000 people. Others claim there may have been as many as 70,000. Among the crowd were local villagers, priests, journalists, curious onlookers, and many skeptics who expected the children's prophecy to fail. Then, around midday, according to numerous witnesses, the rain suddenly stopped. The clouds began to part, and the sun appeared. It was at that moment that one of history's most controversial events is said to have begun. Many witnesses claimed that the sun looked different. Some said it changed colors. Others described it as spinning rapidly in the sky. Several people claimed that it zigzagged across the horizon. Some even believed it was falling toward the earth. Panic quickly spread. Many in the crowd dropped to their knees. Some began praying. Others cried openly, convinced that the end of the world had arrived. According to most accounts, the phenomenon lasted for several minutes. Then, everything appeared to return to normal. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Fatima event is that it was not only the children who claimed something extraordinary had happened. Many adults reported witnessing the same event. Among them were journalists who later published newspaper articles describing what they had seen. For many believers, this became one of the strongest arguments that something unusual had truly taken place. However, not everyone shared the same experience. Some witnesses reported seeing nothing unusual at all. Others described only changes in light or unusual colors around the sun. These conflicting accounts have remained one of the greatest challenges in understanding what really happened. For more than a century, scientists have attempted to explain the event. One of the most common explanations involves the human eye itself. Looking directly at the sun for an extended period can temporarily affect the retina. This may produce the illusion of movement, flashing colors, or shifting shapes. Another theory suggests that unusual atmospheric conditions, combined with thin clouds, moisture in the air, and the refraction of sunlight, may have created an extraordinary visual effect. Psychologists have also proposed that expectation, strong religious belief, and the emotions of a large crowd may have influenced how many people interpreted what they were seeing. Yet those who believe the event was a genuine miracle argue that these explanations cannot fully account for the large number of witnesses who reported similar experiences. After years of investigation, the Catholic Church reached its own conclusion. In Ijo Senlin, it officially declared that the events of Fatima were worthy of belief. However, this did not mean that the Church claimed the miracle had been scientifically proven. Nor does Catholic teaching require every believer to accept the event as historical fact. Today, Fatima has become one of the world's most important pilgrimage sites. Every year, millions of visitors travel to this small Portuguese town. Some arrive seeking faith, others searching for answers, and many simply wish to stand where one of history's greatest mysteries is said to have unfolded. More than 100 years have passed. Science has advanced. Technology has transformed the world. Yet one question still remains unanswered. What truly happened in the skies above Fatima on October 13th, 1917? Was it a miracle beyond human understanding, an extraordinary atmospheric phenomenon, or a powerful example of how belief, expectation, and the human mind can shape what we think we see? Perhaps the complete truth will never be known. But one fact remains beyond dispute. The miracle of the sun continues to stand as one of the most fascinating and most debated events in modern history. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. Until the next video,